Hi everybody, thank you so much for watching MomCom, bringing to you a highly requested video on diet chart for 6 to 7 month babies. I'll share with you what we've done with our baby. Luckily, he's had a great transition from milk to solids and has been adapting to all the foods really well. So here's sharing my experience with you.
To watch all the videos on this channel, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get regular updates from Momcom India. Let's become a big fat family soon.
Okay, let's start. So we recently did a video on signs that your baby is ready for solids. A lot of babies, while the general guideline is that you should start solids after 6 months, but a lot of babies are actually ready between 5.5 months. So in case you've not checked that video, go and check that, so that just in case your child is already ready, you're not really keeping him away from solids. But ideally, let's go by the normal guideline that it is your child's 6 month and you're starting solids. Now, what is it that you need to do and how to go about it? Question number 1 is that how many times should I be feeding my child in the 6th month? So ideally, since it's the start of a whole new world for your child, in that particular month, you should be feeding your child only one meal in a day. So 6th month is only one meal in a day. 7th month, you gradually increase it to one meal and one snack in a day. Now, the second question is that what time should that meal be, or should I be feeding my child? So that time should always be breakfast, because breakfast is the start of the day. That's the time that your child is most active, and most importantly, in case there's any allergy or any reaction to the food that the child has had, you will have an entire day to monitor it, instead of giving it in the night when you really don't have control over your sleep and his sleep too, and there could be a lot of discomfort that the child is having. This way is when you give it in the morning, the child will do a lot of activities and actually will be able to digest it better. Hence, it's always recommended to give it in the morning. The next question is that what should be the texture of the food? The texture of the food should be, as pureed as it can be. Remember that your child has been used to only milk all this while. So try making it as thin as possible. Bring it as close to, the milk consistency. But for that, what you should be doing is you should be using a hand blender. We've been using Murphy Richards hand blender all this while, and we have great reviews and recommendation about it. Just in case you'd like to have a look at that, it's in the link is in the description box below. So basically, you need to blend it as much as you can. If after blending also you feel that the consistency needs to be further, it has to be reduced, then feel free to add breast milk or formula milk or boiled water to it, and you can reduce the consistency further. Okay, the next question is, for how many days should I be feeding my child the same food? Should I give one thing one day and second thing the other day? The answer is no. Typically, the rule is there's a 3-day rule that you should follow with every new food that you're introducing to your child. But in our experience, what we've seen is that there are some foods that are known to cause allergies. So with those, yes, you should be following a 3 to 4 day rule. But barring those, because most other foods are generally not known to cause allergies, in case you don't have a family history of allergies with those foods, you can actually just try the same food for 2 days and just watch for any reactions. You really don't have to wait for 3-4 days. The foods that are actually known to cause allergies are eggs, honey, cow's milk, anything made out of milk like your cheese, any dairy products, or non-veg. So these are the things that are known to cause allergies. So in case you're introducing those, which you won't do right now, you'll be doing it at a later stage, you should be following a 3 to 4 day rule to see whether the baby was able to adapt to it or not. The next question is that should I be giving the food as a combination? The answer is no. You should be, whenever you're introducing a new food, it has to be individual, so that in case there's any allergy, you know that that is the food that has caused the allergy. If you do a combination, you will never get to know that. Yes, you can do combinations in the 7th month on the foods that you've already tried. So say in the 6th month, you've tried banana and you've tried apple separately, and both of them have worked well with your child. In the 7th month, you can start making combination meals where you can do a combination of apple and banana and give it to your child. That means you're adding more nutrition in the one meal or one opportunity that you have. The next question is that what kind of reactions should I expect? You could expect any reaction. So basically anything that's different in your child's daily activity or daily routine should be something that you should be watching out for. So the child can have skin allergy, can have rashes, can have any reaction, can be constipated, or can have loose motions. His body may start turning blue, the body may start becoming fat or swelled, if I was to put it right. If there was any infection that got caused, the child could get fever. Basically anything that's different from the normal baby that you have should be something that should worry you and could be an infection or an allergy due to the food that you introduced. So hence immediately stop it. In case you find that, go visit your doctor and start medication for that, but immediately stop that food. Okay, next is how much should I be feeding my child at 6 months? So ideally there is no guideline in terms of how much. Every child has their own appetite, has their own little stomach. Your child could be just eating one bite, which could be as little as this, could be eating 3 to 4 spoons. It completely depends on your baby. The ideal guideline is that when you start, you just start with 1 tablespoon and slowly increase it to about 2 tablespoons. So slowly your child's appetite will increase, his interest will increase, and that's when you can increase the quantity. But again, I'll say that don't underfeed your child and don't overfeed your child. The guideline is that go by your child's cues. The child, if the child is liking it and if the child is hungry, will want to eat more, will open the mouth, will show interest, will see the spoon moving, and the moment the child's interest is over or his hunger has been met, the child will push his face away or will try to shut his lips. Those are signs that he's done. Yeah, and in that case what you can do is wait for 10-15 minutes, try again. If he still is not wanting to eat, that means the child's done. Okay, so then is that what do I do with the rest of the food? Because when I'm making the food and I don't know how much quantity my child would be taking, I will always make on the higher side. But then what do I do in case the child does not want that? So what we used to do is, the storage process is very simple and should be followed with a lot of hygiene. What we used to do is that whenever we used to make food for our baby, we used to divide it into 2 jars. So one jar will be the one that we'll take for feeding the child, and the other will be the one which will have the leftover food that has not been touched by the child yet. Basically, it's absolutely pure. In case the child needs more, we'll take a clean spoon and pour more food from that jar. In case the child does not want it, we'll take that unused jar, which will be a glass jar with an airtight lid, and put it in the refrigerator. So you can store that food in the refrigerator for up to 3 days, and when you have to serve it to your baby, you never will reheat it. The way to go about it is that take the food out of the refrigerator, take a bowl of hot water, put the jar with the food in it, with the lid tightly covered, put that jar, immerse it into that hot water. That hot water will eventually within 10 to 15 minutes bring it back to room temperature, and room temperature is what you need to feed your child. I'm not a big promoter of microwave because I feel that the consistency in microwave is not very good. Some food is left hot, some is left cold, and that's when there are chances of the child getting burns also. You don't want to get to that, so just use the natural way. I'm sure you'll have 15-20 minutes as prep before feeding your child. Okay, and the next question is that what to feed the child. So what I've done for you is a very simple thing. So for the 6th month, since you will be giving just 1 meal in a day, I've put together a list of 15 food items that you should be trying for 2 days each. So if it's a 30-day month, if you try 2 days of the same food, you will be covering 15 different foods. So here's the list of what you should be giving. This is a very critical one, because the one big mistake that a lot of parents do, and they say that my child is not eating, he doesn't adapt to solids, he's not liking it, he gets irritated. The reason is that maybe because you did not introduce the right food when your child was making this big transition. It's very important to catch his attention, to get him interested into solids, and that's why it's important to give him the right food. Don't start with things like rice water, dal water, the old traditional things that were said, because I feel that they are totally bland, and when your child is having something sweet and gets something bland directly, why would they want to eat it? So when there are so many natural sweet foods available, let's start with them. The first category of foods is fruits. So you can give banana, apple, pear, avocado, prunes and apricots. These are the 6 different fruits that you will cover under this category, and typically fruits is what you should start with. Fruits are rich in fiber, so there is hardly any chances of fruits causing any allergies. Fruits are also a lot of fun, so I'm sure your child's gonna love them. The second category is vegetable. Start with carrots, sweet potato, pumpkin and peas. So these are the 5 different type of vegetables that you can give in this category. The last category is lentil. So in lentil you can only give moong dal. You can give that in soupy form, you can give moong dal water, however you'd like. Then you can give rice. We prefer brown rice over white rice, but in case you're giving a rice, make sure that you soak them for as long as possible. It'll be great if you can soak them for at least 2 hours before giving it to the baby, because that really breaks the complex compounds in the rice. You can go up to as long as 6 to 8 hours as well. Then is oats. Everybody loves oats. Oats are the instant energy that your body needs. If you give them in the morning, the baby is also going to be happy. They need so much energy for all the activities that they plan to do in the day. So oats is great. And then is ragi. Ragi is a brilliant immunity booster. So that's also another thing that you could be giving to your baby. So these are the 15 different foods that you should be giving in the 6th month. Once you've introduced all of this, then in the 7th month you can start making combinations, like you could do oats and prunes, you could do oats and apples, you could do rice and carrot, you could do dal and peas, you could do many different combinations and give that one meal. And the second meal for the baby would be a snacker. So in snackers, try giving fruit purees, because fruits are really good for the body. They contain so many essential nutrients that it really helps the body. Plus they help in dietary fiber, which is excellent for their digestive system. So these are some important things that I wanted to let you know. The golden rule is that be patient. Initially your child might just throw everything out, might not even take the spoon, might find it so weird. That is not the success criteria of how good of a parent are you, or how did the entire transition work. The success criteria is that you kept trying, and remember, your child was not born with an understanding of tastes. There is no food that your child will dislike because he does not like it. There is a way and a time that you need to introduce it to your child, and your child is surely going to love it. That's something that we totally control as parents. If we give up, then our child will never develop a taste for it. So have that patience, keep trying, and success is surely coming your way. Happy feeding your little babies. In case you still have questions, do post it in the comments. We'll come up with a diet chart for 8 to 9 month babies also. And we are everywhere. We are on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. In case you want to connect with us there, please do that. We'd love to come back to you on those ones quite faster. Thank you so much for watching MomCom. Do subscribe to our channel, like our video, comment, share as much as you can, because we love talking to you. Thank you so much.